Hey, now listen, do you love your natural hair? But you also enjoy the flexibility of wigs. Tania, I know you love wigs.
Oh my God, I can't live without them. I named them.
Do you name your wigs?
Every one of them.
Well, listen, check out promptlypolished.com. It's an e-commerce site connecting you to emerging black hair and beauty brands. Wow.
Whether you're looking for a custom wig or natural hair care products, you can shop from a variety of black-owned brands.
That's right. Check out promptlypolished.com and receive 10% off your first purchase, y'all. Just use the code SHOPBLACK. I'm Vic Jagger.
I'm Miss Porter did it.
And you are listening to Seasoned. Okay, are you done?
Never done.
Okay. Well, we're going to cover some of our favorite TV show seasons.
Tommy, what? Everybody in the audience knows damn well you ain't got no job, man.
Movies.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
And how we view them back in the day versus now.
Oh, this gonna be good.
We're going to get into the scripts they gave us the tea on relationships.
The relationship is off. Now get the stepping.
To real life shit, y'all.
And whatever else we feel like talking about.
We're about to dive in. Okay, you had sung, so I wanted to sing too.
I know. Let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. We are back.
Yes, we are. Finally, they missed us.
Finally, we. I just had to.
We're back.
We're back, y'all.
And we're excited.
Yes, man. It has been a good break, and now we are ready to get back to your favorite TV shows, movies, songs,
And
all
everything.
that good stuff.
Everything. They've been listening because they told us they've been listening.
Okay.
We're reminding people of the old songs
Yeah.
they forgot about.
You know that you remind. Sorry.
I
I knew it. I was trying to reel you in.
I'm always ready. I got you. I'm gonna close it out for you.
You're a closer outer. Love it. All right, y'all. So we are just jumping right back into things. We are doing season 6, episode 4 of A Different World. Somebody say ho. That was the name of the episode.
Hey.
No, that's
But
not the name of our episode, but that was the name of it.
That Carter Barron call and response. Did y'all hear that? I was like, oh, that's where we going? Well, we can go there. I just wasn't sure if that's where we was going.
Now, I will say this is one of my favorite episodes of A Different World, like to the point where I think when it actually aired, we had recorded it on VHS.
Do you remember recording
We recorded
shows
TV shows.
on that big box ass?
Yes.
Oh, my.
And when I tell you I've watched this episode 50 million times, so I still say a couple of things that they say in this episode.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. On my
Mine
list.
was objection. Lunatic badgering the witness. I said, oh my God. I used to say this joy all the time.
I love this show. Good. It was so good.
One thing Whitley gonna do.
Whitley is gonna stand by her
She
man.
gonna stand by her man.
Okay.
I love it. Energy, Whitley. Energy.
Speaking of Whitley and Dwayne opened this episode, and she is throwing Zion in the kitchen.
Cooking like a mug.
Cooking for
With
her
that coffee.
man.
But that coffee
That
was
coffee
terrible.
had something in it.
Terrible.
She forgot to wash out the
She
pot.
forgot to
You know how you
That
you
joint was
leave
like
some
old
little
chicken
remnants.
grease. He was like,
Kept that joint in his mouth. Swisher sweet.
He knew to
juice.
keep her He knew to keep her gassed.
Right.
That's right. Keep her gassed.
But
away.
low key, them eggs look nasty as hell. I was
look
like, were they
fake.
real?
They look fake. I said, oh, nah, my joints ain't never that perfect.
Nah.
You.
Them was the Dr. Seuss eggs.
Yeah. Sam I am.
I do not like green eggs. Them joints, yes.
Sorry, guys.
But I never, when the intro came on, so this is the new intro. This is when the Jada Pinkett and all them
girl,
was
we
in
was
it.
both analyzing the same stuff.
You know what? I never noticed that Debbie Allen was at the end in the middle. Did you notice that was her?
There were so many things about the intro that I was like,
I was today years old
when you saw the queen.
when I saw Debbie Allen in the intro.
Well, hold on, y'all.
Where have I been?
I called Vic. So when we watch these episodes, I'm like, okay, well, let me find it. I have been paying for individual episodes only to discover
Oh gosh.
that the HBO app that I already pay for has all of these same episodes. Why didn't I know?
No 50. And I meant to get your neck when we walked in.
Why
here,
did
too.
I was like, wait a minute. This been on here this whole time?
That's how I watch it.
I
I
be
don't
on
know.
YouTube. Or I will pay most of the time if they'll let me get away with it, but the YouTube quality be terrible.
I know.
I just pay for
You
it.
gotta squint.
Yeah, glasses on glasses.
What? So yes, Debbie Allen is in the intro, y'all. And
The queen.
if you watch the episode, just if you didn't notice, if you look at the intro at the very end when they're
Put
all
their
coming
hand
together,
in.
Debbie Allen is right there. I said, look at young Debbie. Oh my God. Okay. So Dorian is like the heartthrob.
He was so
Look,
annoying.
he is the hot throb on the campus because he's the Christian one. He says grace, and all the ladies are trying to.
Grace. I was laughing so hard, like,
Okay, Pastor Dorian.
right. It's like he wear them Kenny from the Cosby Show
Right.
suits.
Okay.
Bye.
No, he too. And he pat his hair when he finished.
pat.
He pick and pat it. And Charmaine is the smarty pants, like the know-it-all. So she's, offering to tutor Dorian. And it's so funny because Charmaine is she's like, I want to say that she was like the Whitley. If we could compare like all of
The
like the
characters from
new,
before.
yeah, because not that she was privileged, because she didn't come from a
Right.
privileged place,
Right.
but she definitely valued education. She was happy to be there. She wanted to be all in the mix, but she looked down on. She judged the book by its
Absolutely.
cover.
Absolutely.
Let's say that.
Absolutely.
She's called Terrell's music gold tooth music.
Gold
And when
tooth.
I tell you that shit made me chuckle though. When the shit made me, I said,
said,
hold up.
what did she
gold
say?
tooth music.
Where
Because
he
all I was
from?
thinking, bald
Baltimore?
head, scallywag.
I said, well, where
ain't
is
got
he
no hair in the
from?
back. Jail
And
good.
then when Dwayne was like, fam, I guess kind of referred to him like fam, like they was from the same area. Because when she said Gold Tooth Music, I was like, is he from Baltimore? But then
you
maybe
know,
just
I
the
was
music he was listening to.
I was
Literally
just
just his
thinking
music.
like just hip hop. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But my first thought was, he from Baltimore?
Because you probably thought that because Lena, who was from Baltimore on the show, was like, speak for yourself.
Yes.
Like, I like that music.
Lena Jane.
Feel me. Dun, 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 feel
Oh,
me.
shit. Wrong one, y'all.
Which one?
August 2.
So Charmaine is just upset, and he's like,
Okay.
the funny
There you go.
part was he definitely said the type of music that he listened to, which
Right.
to me was like not gold tooth music, but he said he liked Chris
Chris
Cross.
Cross.
Chris Cross.
I was like,
She said,
why
well,
are we
I do not
complaining
want
about this?
to jump or warm it up all night long.
And what did he say?
Warming it up all
It's the
night long
least
should be the least of your fears.
concerns, of your fears. Least. She was like, ooh.
Oh, they read down.
But how is
on
Chris
here, okay?
Cross Gold Tooth music?
I'm telling you, it's just like
That was
hip
funny.
hop.
But
And
that
it's
was
stuff. But
funny.
Gold Tooth music made me chuckle. Because I'm thinking of all types of songs.
I literally thought.
Blow the whistle.
After Baltimore,
I'm like,
it was down south
look.
music. It was down south.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gina, thirsty ass, trolloping behind Dorian, trying to get his attention.
And Dorian don't want her.
At all.
He don't want Gina.
No.
They didn't even show her an inkling of interest beyond.
I know. With her multicolored
Classmates.
jean short set.
You know I wanted all her outfit.
I know you did.
Yeah,
she
all
had
of
a
them.
jean vest with the shorts to match. And she be doing the butterfly in them.
Yep. And her hair was always done.
Bumped.
And Bob was always bobbing.
Bobbing and weaving.
And weaving. That's when it was bobbing.
So, Terrell, they're in class and Charmaine is like, answering all the questions, raising her hand every single time.
Before he can even finish.
Now that, I'm not even going to lie. That shit is so annoying.
Like, you pressed.
In class. Like, girl.
Like, okay,
relax.
you raised your homework. All
relax.
Right.
That'd be the one, like, I thought we was going to have a test today. Sure.
Everybody want to throw something at her head.
Shut up. Shit. But Terrell, like we said, you cannot judge a book by its cover. Because he's smart as hell, too.
But I'm about to
He answered the question with Charmaine mouthing the
word
answer.
for word. Because she got to let you know that she know.
Right.
Goodbye.
What you about to say? I thought you said.
So what I was going to say was, it's so interesting that we say that, because you don't want to judge a book by its cover. But on the flip side, you're presenting yourself the way you want to be judged, for real.
And that message definitely came in the end.
And there it is. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So Mr. Dwayne wants him to show his work. He's like, nah, Charmaine got that, pat her on the back and everything. So I feel like that's partly why he got himself in a little trouble.
And that's why she assumed it was him.
Exactly.
That pat.
Yes. And let me just mention that they were going up to the chalkboard.
Mm-hmm.
Chalkboard, which I used to love.
Did you?
Patting. I used to pat the erasers.
You was making clap?
I was making it clap out the window. Press. I was wiping. I went to go get the hot water for the board at the end of the day.
Are you serious?
Low key. What was that? 3rd grade. I was kind of like a little teacher's pet. I liked her. She taught people in the class how to knit and all that shit. Like, she was cool. So I like doing stuff. Miss Mayorga.
Okay. Miss Mayorga. Brenda Mayorga. Why am I naming her Brenda?
I don't know. Because I did have a sister Brenda when I went to Holy.
Of course
Holy
she did.
The Catholic school. Okay. But I did not know that they don't use chalkboards anymore.
In the schools?
In the schools. I was asking my son, I was like,
do y'all
have chalkboards? Because I was thinking, like, who be patting erasers out now? Like, I said, do y'all have chalkboards? He was like, no.
What do they use?
Dry erase boards. Yes.
Are you kidding? Bring back chalkboards. So wait, does that mean the babies don't use sidewalk chalk too? Do they use chalk at all?
Well, I'm sure that, when you're in elementary school, they do the chalk outside. But in high school, like, he said, and as a matter of fact, even in middle school, he said they had this is like a whiteboard, and they just use markers and stuff. I was like,
have we come that far?
I don't know, because I want to be like Annalise Keaton.
Because I'm 20.
To get away.
If y'all can see this arm she threw up on this.
I love chalk. I love chalk.
No, y'all. It was the way she
what?
threw
In
her arm
honor
up
of
on that
Annalise
wall.
and that chalkboard, I'm going to walk out of here walking side to side just like Annalise.
It's giving. And we begin to rock. Hey, yeah. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't know.
So the pat on the back is why which I guess could make sense why she would assume it was him.
Yeah.
Based off of all of her other preconceived notions on him as well. So that didn't help. But the pat on the back, But I'm talking about based off of her thinking he plays go-to music, quote unquote, or whatever she already thinks of him.
She already thinks he's a hood.
Exactly. As she called him.
She called him a hood.
Which, mind you, she from around the way, too.
She is definitely from around the way.
But she thinks she's different than him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you from the hood. This is why you fighting so hard.
Yeah.
Because you from the hood and you want to be better. But you don't see that could be his story, too.
Yeah. But the fact that he kind of set himself up, too, because he insisted that she go up to the board, and then he patted her on the back. Well, first he bent down like he was picking something up. And then he patted her on the back. And then Charmaine got up. It was a sign on her back that said, Digit Hoe.
Digit Hoe.
Which was, I mean, I know back in the day, they were trying to make it really serious.
She
like, you can't
tiptoe
call
that
her.
line with it.
What?
Let me find a fairy.
She about to tip.
She about to tiptoe. Go ahead. She about to tiptoe.
I mean, because back in the day, you want people to respect you and not call you out your name. But when he explained the joke, okay,
you fell out.
I don't know what, like in college.
But we also have a toxic sense of humor.
Yeah, because we used to fry like shit. So
consistently. Still
you
do.
know, digit hoe. He was like, all right, the joke is over. What does digit hoe mean? You know.
I guess it means she'll do anything for a math problem.
Now that
And everybody fell out. Even Dwayne was laughing
he
at the end of the
was
class.
chuckling.
That was
His
funny as
motherfucking
shit.
shoulder was.
Dwayne thought that shit was funny.
Right. And he said that too. Like, the funny part to me was when Charmaine was like, you know, you're not going to let that hood get away with this. Like, sis, you a hood joint too.
Of all.
So let's not. And he's like, you owe her an apology. Now, this is where Terrell just really
Took it too
went
far.
side.
He took it too far.
Mr. Take It Too Far. He said, Charmaine.
I'm very, very sorry. Ho.
I was like,
Hey, she got the windmilling on his
That-
ass. She got the windmilling.
Dwayne couldn't keep his straight face then either. He like, girl, calm down.
And he was like, you know, she shouldn't have called me no hood. He was like,
I don't care what she called you. You are a man, boy.
but that was the funny part. You are a man, boy.
I don't care what she called you.
I don't care
You a
what she
man.
called you.
Y'all hear that?
I had to pause. I had to pause for the
Yeah.
cause of the message right
Yeah,
there. I don't care what she called you.
You're a man.
Boy. Message.
Message.
Yeah. So, fast forward.
Fast forward.
They're in the, what is it? The community lobby? What
At the trial, the
No,
mock
not
trial.
the trial. Not the trial.
Oh, the common area.
The common area. So they're in the common area, and Gina thirsty ass baked Dorian some cookies.
Christian
Some Christian cookies. Hey, Christian cookies took me out.
I was like,
and she's talking about,
I do know my scriptures.
girl. But not when Terrell was like,
why
Jesus got a jerry curl. It's an afro. Girl.
It was a jury.
A jerry curl.
curl.
And Dorian ain't blinked yet.
Ain't even cracked a tooth on it.
He
I
don't
mean,
care. She don't care.
she like, I baked them
I'm
the
shooting my
cookies up.
shot.
So Charmaine told Kim,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what happened, and she's demanding that Terrell be held accountable.
Immediately.
And of course, their conversation leads over to Dean Davenport and Freddie Brooks, who is
In law school.
in law school. Okay. Which we knew that Freddie was going that way. So I like that they explored that
transition.
with her. Yeah.
You know
and
what? That's
pushing
something that I
forward.
mentioned. I feel like A Different World did a good job of like transitioning everything, like transitioning them into adulthood.
Yes.
Bringing in the new cast, but still like include, you know what I mean? Like,
And
it,
even showing what they were doing before, because, you know, Kim, showing different things that you can major in.
Yep.
And showing our people, our faces.
Yep.
Being a medical student, being a law student, you
a
know,
professor.
marketing.
Yep.
Being great in math.
Yep. All
getting
of that.
into art.
Being all of that.
You know, an art buyer.
Yep.
So they definitely did a good job with showcasing that.
I
But
love that.
Charmaine is telling what happened. She couldn't even get it out. He called me out. Uh-huh.
Oh, damn, that was my next guess.
Hey, yo. Shout out to Jennifer Lewis.
She is my
Because
favorite.
She played the hell out of
She has
Dean
been Dean
Davenport.
To this day, that's probably my favorite. Ruby is my next favorite. But that Dean Davenport, and she used to
Dean.
look so good. I'm like, she was
Yeah.
so pretty and put
Poised.
together and powerful. And the kids respected her. Like, even though she was mean, quote unquote, I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah. Hussy? You know that's like one of them
We want to
old
revive
black
Hussy.
mama.
We want to revive Hussy.
Don't be out here being no hussy.
But can we revive it? Is
Heifer?
that okay in 2022? Can you
Well,
revive
I mean,
Hussy?
you can call a hussy.
Hussy. Yeah, I say in real southern
Hussy.
drawl.
Hussy.
But can we use that?
You can if you want to. You can say what you want. I done called somebody a heifer before. That actually that's what happened after I said it. So Charmaine is still, you know,
Going
off about Terrell, called him a natural born thug.
Not realizing she has called him so many derogatory names throughout this whole episode.
Exactly.
But her offense was only visible.
That she assumed that he put.
It's too many caveats for her to be this passionate.
Okay.
But we went through all of this. She didn't call him every name before and during the process. But hers is urgent.
Right.
We need this fixed now.
Right. But one thing that Dean Davenport said that I thought was very important, just as a mom who is preparing her son to go to college.
Oh my God.
Like, we got 2 more years. She said, one reason parents send their kids to school so they can learn to solve their own problems without running to mommy, daddy, or the dean of students.
I'm still stuck at torn going to college in 2 years.
I know.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm
the
like,
thing
what?
is, this is my first child, my first experience with
crazy,
letting
Vic.
go. The process of letting go.
Do you think you started?
I have.
You have?
I have definitely started.
How?
He has a job.
Was that hard for you to do? Like, let him?
Yeah, in the beginning, when he started, I really started at high school.
Okay.
Around high school.
When he first started in high school.
Right.
Okay.
I started kind of just letting go, letting him solve things. You have to email your teachers. You have to be your advocate.
Accountability,
and if
a
you
different
need
level.
me, then I'll step in.
Okay.
So let's be clear. The teachers are very aware of who I am still. But
absolutely.
anything that he needs,
He got to speak up.
he has to speak up. And they actually did that with his job too, which made me uncomfortable because, I wanted, like, when he wasn't getting a response or he wasn't sure of who to talk to, this and the other, I was like, all right, I'll go to your job. But the job was like, well, actually, you're the employee. So, we
gonna talk to it through
and
you.
I'm like,
Excuse
I
me?
had to. I mean, they didn't say it in front of me, but they told him that, they didn't say that in front of me.
And he was probably
Because it
like,
would
I
have
don't want to tell my mother
Yes,
this.
he was more
He
like,
didn't want to tell you that.
he was like, Ma, I gotta, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'll handle it. And so I'm like, all right, but still, I don't care what they say.
He like, no, Ma.
Because you don't need this fucking job. You know me, I come up in, he don't need this
Rochelle.
fucking job.
He turned into Rochelle.
Everybody hates Chris.
Second favorite
That
TV
is.
mother.
Hey. Yes, very much so. So Charmaine felt like, or I should say Freddie, the law
student.
that Charmaine's rights have been violated. And she brought out the handbook, the codes and all that, derogatory words against female students and faculty. And
Unsafe
But
environment.
that was the funny part where she said, if they feel like, if the fellas feel like they can just say whatever they want to the female students, they'll
Then it
start
might
saying
happen
it
to
to the
the-
faculty.
Yep.
That's when Dean Davenport popped up and was like, hold on,
No, wait a minute.
I'm going to have to check into this.
Because she ain't think of it that way.
Yes. And then Dwayne telling Whitley the joke.
Whitley was not
amused.
Not one
Didn't crack a
bit.
smile.
She was like, no.
I don't see where the punchline.
He was like, oh my God. All
She
right.
said,
I find that joke juvenile and deplorable. And so is your sense of humor, Dwayne. You are a teacher now.
yeah.
Oh,
So
Whitley.
Dean Davenport enters the calf. Look, the calf.
The pit.
The pit.
With a summons.
Looking for Terrell. Dwayne introduces them, and Terrell is like,
Gotta tell you, I like your style. You got it going on. That I do.
that shit was so that type of confidence right there.
That's why I was like, I love
Not thank you.
that I do.
That I do.
That's good,
Okay.
man. I know. I know I live.
So Dean Davenport let Terrell know that Charmaine has filed a complaint against him, and if he is found guilty, he could be suspended or expelled.
Yeah.
And so he
But not
has
on
to
the
go
line.
to Hillman Student Court. Who knew that there was a
Who
Hillman
even
Student
knew there was a
Court?
student Hillman Court that they made up right there when Freddie needed practice for law school?
Right, exactly. Which is why I love this episode so much.
Yep.
And she was like,
I may have it going on. But if you're found guilty, you'll be going out.
that was my.
Oh my God.
Now I may have it going on.
I'm about to watch all of season 6.
Yes. And it was very important that they noted that what Terrell did created an uncomfortable environment.
Yeah.
And it impeding on a student's education, basically. So you're disrupting the education process and things. I was thinking back to...
Baby, I wouldn't even have thought all of that. The way we used to...
Dwayne is like, it's a harmless joke.
Dwayne could... But I think that that's interesting, and it could be a... I often talk about the difference in how like men and women process stuff. Mm-hmm. Because even for him to be in... from all that we saw of Dwayne throughout the series, we always knew, even if he was silly, he was always painted as intelligent. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Experienced, blah, blah, blah.
But also immature.
That's why I said man versus woman thing, because he really, when it was as his job description, he was like, this can't happen. Right. But in reality, he thought that
him
shit was
and Ron
funny.
would have been laughing like
that
shit
would have been
together.
Ron.
Yes. It would have been wrong.
And that's why I said it's interesting, because the women are all like up in arms, and he's like...
And if you think about it...
It was a joke, right? But
Dorian
if somebody done that to Whitley...
and Terrell. Dwayne
Ron,
and Ron. Yeah. Yeah.
But see, Dorian is too corny.
He's very...
Because Ron or Dwayne wasn't as bad as Dorian.
No.
I feel like you can see
Dorian
a little
is
bit
playing that role
of
like...
Ron and Dwayne in Terrell. I think you can see both of them in him.
Yeah.
In Terrell.
Because, they were playing basketball. They were, like, going to parties.
Yeah, they was living.
Yeah.
Ron was on the...
He was
the drummer.
Tap, boom, tap.
Yeah. He was in the pocket.
And what did Dean Davenport say? It's bad enough when others disrespect our people. Doubly offensive. She said doubly offensive.
But hold on. He pointed out the same thing, though. Terrell did.
When we do it to ourselves.
He was like, I'm used to it at the malls or wherever out there. I ain't never think it was like that on the HBCU, like on the black campus. Did he say HBCU? I think that we started saying that. Did they say that back then?
I don't remember.
I feel like that's relatively new.
No.
Like HBCU as an acronym that people use more often. Because I'm whatever he said, he alluded to on a black college campus or at a black school.
Yeah. So enter the common area.
So we had mock trial.
Shaza
AKA
said
Boogie Boo
that we just need to be patient with this brother.
For hundreds of years, brothers have been a supreme target for oppression.
And who wasn't here for it? Who wasn't here for it? Kimberly Reese.
Read 'em, sis.
He said first he was like...
to bloom a flower must be nurtured. Sisters, don't give us a lawnmower. Give us some sunlight and water.
Oh, please. The sun has set and the well is dry.
Oh, please. The sun is set and the well is dry. Hey, yeah.
That was equivalent to, please.
Shut your ass
just said that in a classy way. Nigga,
and
please.
and that's when Dorian stood up with his chest all puffed out, saying that he was with the shoulder pads.
Baby. Dorian wasn't even talking about nothing.
He said he was defending Charmaine at the trial.
That's ain't that his roommate too?
Exactly. That is his friend. And Lena, her old Baltimore ass, if he would have said that to me, I would have clocked him. I would have clocked the brother.
Such your pit working.
So Freddie decides to represent Terrell, which, is a good thing for her to get this experience, but also she was taking it on because
practice, because she thought it was a challenge. She wasn't even doing it because she believed in his cause.
Or that she believed that he didn't do it.
She was taking it on because she thought it would challenge her to be. She even said it, even though representing you would be like representing the devil. Girl, what?
That part right there. So it was like she was taking it. She wasn't taking it for the benefit of him. To help him is for herself.
It was for herself. But can you imagine how many people who receive public defenders feel that way?
Of course.
Ain't that insane? I was like, damn, Freddie.
And when you saw them all come together in this courtroom, it was like a reunion.
I was so excited.
Mr. Gaines
had his suit on. He on his church suit.
And then the first thing, Dorian jumps up and starts talking about
them labels.
Punk.
Ugly, stupid, old. Oh, I look a lot younger kicking your butt.
Mr. Gaines
he wanted to say kicking
he did
your
want
ass.
to say kicking your ass.
That's what he wanted to say.
Oh, he did.
That's what he wanted to say.
Dorian is up there sounding like a damn preacher and ended up calling Dwayne to the stand.
Dwayne was like, hold on.
Dwayne.
Why am I in this?
Right. He was, he was trying to be neutral in
He
this
just wanted to be support the students. He was like, I don't want to pick a side because he really thought it was funny.
Yes. And him and Freddie, they're going back and forth, back and forth, back
As
and forth.
usual.
Whitley jumps up.
Objection, lunatic badgering the witness.
Objection. Lunatic badgering the witness.
Basically, don't do my man, sis.
Charmaine gets on the stand. And I think the biggest thing when she was on the stand was, have you ever referred to another woman as a hoe?
Babe, that's what Ron
That was
was
it.
like.
I mean, that was...
And that's what Ron Johnson was like. Oh, baby. Oh, boy. It got real in there.
Because that is a very good point.
What do you feel? I mean, it's clearly a double standard, but how you feel about that?
It is a double standard. And I think about that all the time when, when I'm saying bitch, I call my friends.
I'm about to say, I probably called you that this morning.
No, yes.
But it's
I
love.
was just texting. Like, if you look at my text, I was just texting with Frida's. And
D,
she
and it
was
be
like,
bitch with like 5 H's.
Right.
Yeah.
No, mine was like a strong bitch. It's
Just
like,
all
bitch,
caps.
it better not be.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch, it better. And now, but if a dude were to say, like, I've had a guy say it in a way that was like how I talk to my girlfriends, but it didn't feel right coming from it. And I was kind of like straight faced after he said it, like, oh, hold up.
But you know what? I hate when people, it's like, people try to pull the technicality cards when they want to. Because at the end of the day, any man, good and damn well, you can't try to be funny. You can't use bitch the way I use it with my friends. And don't try to make it an argument. It's one of those things. There's plenty of double standards, but there's no excuse you're going to ever make for me to see. That's just what it is. Like, there's certain things that guys say to each other.
Right.
That's just how they talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, in this case, in the quote unquote, the court of law, the mock trial, I call my friends a hoe. What are you talking about? What's your point?
And I mean, there's so many different double standards that we can argue point for point, like nigga. That's probably the biggest one.
That's one of my favorites.
And it's right, but it's not even within us.
Yeah.
It's people outside of us that want to say it or don't understand why they can't say it, or why can we say it in songs, man. And why can't if Jay-Z rapped it, why can't I say it?
Because you better not.
Nigga what? Yeah. Nigga who?
And you better not. Not let me. You
I
better
was
see
at
it.
Jay-Z concert
Watch your mouth.
looking at the white people like,
huh? What'd you say,
I wish
Kate?
I could see her lifting her glasses.
What'd you say, Vincent? Oh.
Hi, Katie.
Yeah. But and that's why I say it doesn't mean that it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it just is what it is. Like, because you can't say it.
You cannot.
Like, you ain't going to say the same stuff to your friends.
And if you
to your parents.
If you saw the video of that man, that white gentleman, calling that man a nigga or saying nigga in his presence, I've never seen. I said, it reminded me of Django. Was that Django?
Yes.
And he said it again. He said, say it again. And he said it again.
And then that is when we commenced. Because he asked him, but he said, okay. Say it again. Because I think he believed, well, maybe I'm tripping.
Listen.
But once he got confirmation
to the upper room,
I bet he won't do it again.
He will not.
I bet he won't ever do it again.
Even the black girl, when she heard it, she was like, oh, okay.
All right.
Let me go clock out.
Yeah.
I'm going to just go ahead.
Because you got the right one. Sometimes you got to get the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
sometimes you got to get the right one.
So Gina gets on the stand because the math ain't mathing at this point.
Things are starting to fall apart.
Dorian didn't even catch it when he asked Gina, like, well, when you saw Terrell put it on her back,
why you ain't say nothing?
She was like, well, I didn't actually see him put it on. Hold on now. Hold on now. Now you sit right. So Freddie caught on, of course. And I mean, when we talk about badgering the witness. But you could see
when it was like.
Yes.
Oh.
She was like, well, how, if you're sitting right behind her, how
and
did
you couldn't see him reach across your desk to put it on her back?
But she didn't have to bring up the Jerry curl Jesus when they was going back and forth.
She did
It was
not.
an afro.
Jerry Curl Jesus. That's a hashtag. Sweet baby.
Weren't you mad
Jerry Curl
when
Jesus.
Dorian called Charmaine the smartest girl and you tried to make him a Jerry Curl Jesus cookie?
She was like, Jerry Curl Jesus cookie. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying anytime somebody brings me
Yes.
cookies. If any client brings me cookies, these
Jerry
are Jerry
Curl
Curl
Jesus.
Jesus cookies.
So my absolute favorite part of the episode is when Gina confesses.
Yep.
She said,
I did it. I the one that put the sign on her back. I did it, y'all. I'm sorry, girl. Oh, no. Oh, no, girl. Life is a funny thing, girl.
I don't know, girl. I don't know, girl. Life is a funny thing, girl. Life is a funny thing, girl. That is my shit right there.
I love
I used to say that
this
all the time.
show.
I don't know, girl. Life is a funny thing,
Life is
girl.
a funny thing, girl. I love it.
Oh, so Gina is the culprit. And, you know, Dean Davenport had to set everybody straight.
Get up
Now,
here.
you remember how
She said, get up
when
here.
you were with your cousins
Yep.
and one got in trouble, but then all of y'all got lectured?
Yeah.
That was what happened in that moment.
Absolutely.
You know?
That's why this is the best, blackest experience.
Yes.
And that's literally how college is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I say this show is so perfect. I'm like, if you went to any HBCU and then your experience wasn't like that, it was your fault.
Yeah, because we
Real
definitely
talk.
had
It was
the
literally
same,
just like
you know,
that.
Yeah.
Real talk. It was just like that.
And Dean Davenport, to your point earlier,
Mm-hmm.
you know, let Terrell know if you don't want to be looked at as a hood, then stop bopping around here
Like your
you
feet
got
swollen.
feet.
Like you got swollen feet. That's why it's a thing. I'm going to tell you, I talked to Devin. Devin's my little brother. He's a freshman at Morehouse.
Mm-hmm.
But something that we talk about often is like how different their generation is when it comes to stuff like that. Because what I think that topic is the issue that most people have with quote unquote keeping it real. It's like knowing when to say when. So I feel like
Yeah.
Terrell probably thought he was being true to who he was. But then this is the cost that comes with presenting yourself.
Right.
And you see what I'm saying? Presenting
And then
yourself
like,
as
and she's like, why would you allow these people to accuse you of something that you know you didn't do?
Probably
You know,
used
and hey,
Like, what
he
am
was
I,
like, I
argue
was
with you?
already guilty. In y'all eyes, I was
Yeah, like,
already
what I'ma do?
guilty. And
Ain't
what she
nobody
said,
ask.
Never call a woman something you wouldn't want somebody else to call your mother.
ooh, child, you
That's a
better,
lesson.
okay?
That's a lesson, baby.
And Charmaine's advice, her advice to Charmaine,
You don't have to
put others down to rise to the
rise
top.
to the top. You can shine regardless.
Thank you. Now, Gina is getting on academic probation and what?
And worse, on my list.
And broke the pencil.
Every time.
When I tell you to jump, you better ask. No, when I tell you to jump, you better jump. Jump.
Jump.
Next time, ask how high.
Ah.
Perfect way to end that episode.
But you know what else I love? That they didn't put her out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they let them recognize the lesson, and it's like,
Academic
because she could have
probation.
got put out of school because they was gonna put him out. They was gonna
I know,
put him
but
out of school.
and honestly, that was the double
Double
standard right there.
Thank you, because I was like, they were going to put my man out. This whole trial is they
And
was going
she
to put him
get
out.
academic
She
probation.
admitted to doing it,
Yeah.
and now she just got to be embarrassed for a little bit, and then on probation. But see, academic probation for somebody like her is probably an ego blow. You know, anyway. But yeah, definitely a double standard. That was a great episode.
A good one.
I can't wait for y'all to revisit. That was a good one.
One of my favorites. And of course, y'all, we want you to engage with us on social media. You can
All the
follow
socials.
us at SeasonPod. And make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Rate it. Thank you for them 5 stars. We
Subscribe,
appreciate
follow,
it.
share.
Share
it to your group chat.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all still working from home 50% of the time. You can
Okay.
listen while you work. Y'all don't be doing nothing on them Zooms
Listen
anyway.
while you work.
Hey, I can't whistle. Look, that's it.
Go ahead and start it. Like that song is kind of nasty, actually.
It is. Especially coming from them. It's even nastier that they the ones saying it. But anyway,
yes.
we'll see y'all.
We appreciate
y'all will hear us and see us soon.
Yes.
You'll see us.
Yes. All right. Until next time, I'm Vic Jagger.
I'm Miss Porter, did it?
And you have been listening to Seasoned.
Yeah.
Okay, she can't.
Little remix. I'm coming back.
Bye.
Bye.